Hello again, and welcome back to another one. And today we have what has come full circle from when we covered the story on the 30th of July 2020 that sparked what I now describe as the moment that separated the ships from the goats, figuratively speaking of course, after Snoop went on The Breakfast Club and talked about Eminem in a way that raised some eyebrows, when he added that when it comes to this hip-hop thing, he can do without Eminem's music. Now the SSM falsely reported the news and claimed it was about a top 5 list, but the real ones knew the truth, and today we have Snoop who returned to the place where this drama started, and now he's admitted that he was out of pocket with those comments. We'll dive into it in a bit and explore some reactions so far, including what the in quotes cool stands have to say about this. And so far, spoiler alert, it's been crickets from the cool guys, and for those of you out of the loop, you've come to the right place. I'll explain the whole thing, but first, if you enjoy content like this, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and find me on social media at ETLifestyle_web. So Snoop Dogg has won over the internet. I mean, how often do you see this happen? The same place he started the drama is the same place he puts an end to it, started in public and sorted in public. And at the Breakfast Club, this was brought up.
I think 2 times ago you were talking about your top 5 and you didn't mention Eminem. We talked about that and he got a little upset, but we see you squashed it out.
And before we get to Snoop's take, just to set the record straight, it was never about a top 10 list, and they are getting called out accordingly. When was this about a top 5 clown emoji? One user stated under, and another added, how can Envy still think it's about the list? It's genuinely infuriating. Like Eminem even explained this fact in an interview.
But when you talking about this hip hop that I can't live without, I can live without that.
Again, I probably could have got past the whole tone and everything, but it was the last statement when he said, as far as music I can live without, I can live without that. Now you're being disrespectful for, like, it just caught me off guard.
But back to the clip. This was Snoop's answer to that disingenuous question.
How was that conversation? Because I know y'all had that
conversation. I love Eminem, and the thing is that we love hip-hop so much, we competitive, we battle rappers, so that was supposed to trigger that in him. But we brothers and we family, so we learn to appreciate each other for what we do and how we get down, and we had a long conversation about the respect that we have for each other and the way we need to talk in public about each other. And I felt like I was out of pocket. You know what I'm saying? And I apologized to him and I let him know. And I'm just bettering myself, you know what I'm saying? I make mistakes, I ain't perfect, I'm Snoop Dogg.
And before we set sights on the in quotes cool stance, Snoop's been getting mad props for this gesture. A user expands over on Reddit, this makes me happy, a popular reply that reflects the feelings of the true fans right now, and another expands, Snoop is real, man. He didn't seem awkward when asked about it and didn't seem to change the subject by any means. You can tell he's saying the truth. More, Snoop a real one. And this is how much it means to some. Literally any animosity I felt towards Snoop throughout this whole thing is now pretty much gone. Crazy the sort of respect you can garner just from holding your hands up and apologizing for being a bum. This is a good look. And now it's time to address why this is such a big deal for the true fans of what Dr. Dre has been able to put together in hip-hop. This drama literally caused a divide online, since some, in their quest to appear cool online, throws out their critical thinking skills in the process, since you don't have to be a genius to know that when a rapper says they can live without the discography of someone on their team, it is in fact out of pocket. Many could see this, while others chose to call those who could see it delusional, crazy, and emotional, until Eminem spoke on it months later, and the fans that knew from the start have spoken out in reaction to this news. Last thing, both Em and Snoop have more or less explained what the issue was several times now, which was the same thing we said from the beginning and got called crazy stands for. People are too stuck on the crazy stand narrative, they don't listen or read. Another user expanded on this, so now we have both Eminem saying he was hurt and Snoop apologizing and saying he was wrong. Enough with the in quotes crazy delusional stance talk. I'm glad this is resolved, but some of the people on here need critical thinking, listening, and reading skills. And my apologies to those who weren't following me when this started, since I tweeted, where the in quotes cool Eminem stands at, should we tell him? Many reacting to this missed the inside joke, as I was referring to the fans who called others delusional and crazy when they started. And nope, I didn't forget one of the major driving factors that caused this divide, and that was when Royce da 5'9" ran to the aid of Snoop. He literally started his comment with, "Snoop is qualified to say everything he just said," hence why I believe he did not even watch the entire clip before he hopped on to defend Snoop. And I wonder what he thinks about this now that Snoop has apologized. When things got heated, as many were wondering why he would back Snoop's comments that were clearly uncalled for, there was more that kept the, in quotes, crazy stance narrative going. As Royce reacted to this, "Thank you for pissing the stands off, they deserve it." He responded, "F them, their conditional love is no longer accepted here." And now, after Snoop's admission, the crazy stands remember, and Royce was defending that ish, "I ain't forgetting." And Snoop Dogg has broken the hearts of the posers. Check this out. "No, Snoop, you were right." And when this user got called out, they reacted, "He's still right though. We could have all lived without M's music from around 2002 onwards." So you see the type of mentality that Snoop's initial comments attracted, and now they are disappointed. And on this turn, another user explains, "I think this is the first time M received a genuine public apology. So glad M stood up for himself and didn't let his, in quotes, friends stop him. Snoop was wrong, but he's human. He made a mistake and apologized, just like M did with the Rihanna leaked song. I'm glad M is validated for once." I believe everyone who saw the clip and judged it objectively knew from the start that Snoop was out of pocket with those last comments, so we all got validated after this update. The, in quotes, cool stands are still silent, and I remember accusations were also thrown my way at that time when all I did was report the facts from ground zero. And before we end it, and remember to save your thoughts for the comment section, this sums it up. It's brilliant that he did this on this show that perpetrates M hate. The icing on the cake is Charlotte the Thought sitting right there witnessing it.